Hello, friends. I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and welcome to my craft corner. I am really excited for tonight's Let's Get Ready to Celebrate video live. I don't know what we want to call it. Anyway, I'm excited to share another card with you. I'm going to be live all week at 7 p.m. every night with another celebration project for you. If you are new and you're going, what is celebration? I'm going to explain that in just a couple minutes. All right, we're going to get to that in just a minute. Before I get started, though, I do want to let you know about one other thing that is coming up. So Friday, as well as celebration starting, the new mini catalog, the July to December mini catalog is also starting. If you love pattern paper, like I do, and you're horrible at making decisions, like I am, I have the perfect opportunity for you. I am hosting a paper share. This is where you get a 6x6 sample of all of the different pattern papers in the new catalog, as well as the specialty papers. It is a fantastic deal and a great way to get a little bit of everything so you can try it all out and not just have to make those decisions about which ones you like the best, right? If you would like to join my paper share, you do need to reserve by Wednesday so that I can get everything settled and ready, because I'm going to order right away on Friday so I can get those in and get it turned around and back out to you. You're going to find a link in the description to this video on YouTube that will tell you exactly more information, everything that's going on with the paper share and how you reserve your spot. All right. Okay, let's move on to celebration. I'm going to turn my camera. I'm going to flip my camera angles here. Oops. Let's go there. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I just accidentally did something on my screen. Huh, I undid it. That's good. It got a little crazy there for a minute. All right, let's talk about celebration. Yay! This is the celebration brochure. Still can't show you the inside. Friday, I'm going to show you the inside. If you are here and watching me live, I have a bit of an echo. All right, let's see. It shouldn't be this. Oh, and of course, I messed myself up. I messed up my camera while I was trying to make sure my volume was turned down. Hopefully it's gone, because I'm not sure why. Cheryl, you let me know if it's still there, because I think I got everything set the right way. But who knows? So let me know if it's still there, and I'll mess around some more. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. Oh, you know what? I see why. It does this. I tell StreamYard to mute my computer, and it constantly unmutes it. All right, there we go. Hopefully that is better. Let's talk about celebration. Here's a celebration brochure. I still can't show you the inside. Friday, I'm going to show it to you. During celebration, there are 3 different awesome freebie things, different ways you can get freebies. All right. Number 1 is free with purchase. Oh, great. I'm glad that echo is gone. Thank you guys for letting me know. Hello, Jan and Kimberly. Welcome. So the number 1 way that you can get freebies during celebration is with a purchase. So every time you make a $50 or $100 purchase, you get to choose a free item. And of course, those freebies, they stack up, right? So if you order $150, you can choose 3 of the $50 items, or you could choose a $100 item and a $50 item. They just keep stacking up, all right? So that's the first way. Hi, Tina, welcome. The second way that you can profit, I don't know, what do we want to say? Take advantage of celebration is by hosting your own customized class, all right? If you'd like to have your own customized, personalized class online, you invite your friends to it. We have fun. I show you how to make some different things, and we can hash out all those details. But if you'd like to do that, or you'd like to put in a $350 order, you can also get the Perfect Pomegranate stamp set that is exclusive to hosts, or with a $350 order. The third way is by joining the Onigo Stamping team. I love welcoming new team members to my team. And during celebration, in addition to the amazing deal that it already is, so if you don't know already, you get a starter kit that you get to choose all your stamps and papers, whatever you want in it, up to $125 worth, but you only pay $99. Now, this is in the US. $99. There is free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin kit in there, and all sorts of great stuff. And then in addition, in July and August, you're also going to get this really cool free planner that has a special stamp set with it too. So amazing deal during Sale-A-Bration, those 3 different ways. And yeah, and if you have any questions, just, go ahead and drop those questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Or if you want to email me, that is fine too. All right, I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you what we're looking at tonight. Tonight's card, I am going to use the Pool Party and Soft Seafoam cards and envelopes pack. Now you can get these free with a $50 purchase during Sale-A-Bration. There are 2 different cards in here, and they're kind of looking washed out tonight. I wonder if I turn off, let me try turning off my extra light. We'll see if it's too dark or if that, still looking awfully washed out. Anyway, they are very light. So it is Pool Party and Soft Seafoam, and they're just cards. You get 20 cards, and then you get 20 envelopes. Now, all of the envelopes are soft seafoam, and they have this beautiful white leaf pattern on them, and they have a pool party insert in them. So they're super, super pretty, and they are designed to match the new Splendid Thoughts stamp set. So that's what we're going to use tonight is the Splendid Thoughts stamp set and dies, right? So this is available for free with a $50 purchase. And the good thing is that the Splendid Thoughts stamp set and dies, that bundle is like $51. So you could order the Splendid Thoughts stamp set and dies and then choose these note cards and envelopes for free. Amazing deal. Love how that works. I love how it works. All right. Tonight's card is a little bit complicated. Took me a while to kind of figure out what order to do everything in. I have a piece of Pool Party cardstock. It is 3 3/4 inch by 5 inches. And then I have a piece of, this is the silver, what is it? Like a silver assortment pack. It has 3 different silver foils in it. And I chose the one that has a brushed finish to it. And it almost looks a little bit purpley. Right, so I've pulled that out as well. The first thing I am going to do, I'm going to start with my Pool Party. I'm going to pull out my platform for my die cutting machine, and I just have the platform and a cutting plate on there, a really cut up cutting plate, but that's okay. And I want to grab my dies. So here are the dies, and they're not, I didn't put them back on here properly. They're just kind of all strewn. But I want to grab this kind of smaller leaf and then this big leaf to start with. And I have this piece of Pool Party, and we're going to set this up. I'm going to turn this so I can look at it. We're going to set this up how we want it to look. So I'm going to lay that on here and lay that on here. Right? And I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. So I'm just going to put my other cutting plate on top, and then I'm going to push this through. There we go. All right. So here is, whoops, sorry, I'm making a little earthquake over here. Here are our 2 pieces. I'm going to pull these out. And we're not actually going to use these. So I'm just going to set them aside. I like to throw them. What I do, here, I'm going to show you a little secret. In the front of all my stamp cases are my extra pieces. So if I mess up cutting something, or like in this case where I'm just cutting it out and then I'm going to do something else, I go ahead and I just throw them in the stamp case. And that way they are there. The next time I want to make a card, I can look at them and say, yes, I want to use that. I found that easier than putting everything in one big bin. I used to just kind of put everything in a tub. Okay, I never looked at that again. Whereas if it's in the stamp case, I already know I want to use those stamps. So then I pull them out and I do something and I go, oh yeah, I can use that. All right, I'm going to grab this stamp, which is like these little leaf things. I don't know what they are. They're leaves. What is interesting about this stamp set is it is not a 2-step stamp set. I think I just dropped things on the floor. It's not 2 steps. It looks, when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's a 2-step. It's not. All right, don't be fooled. These do not line up with this. This does not line up with this. They're just meant to layer and look cool together, is what we're going to say. So I am inking up these little leaves. Oh, you know what? I grabbed the wrong ink. I want to do these in soft seafoam, not Pool Party. And I grabbed my Pool Party. I'll just clean those off and grab the soft seafoam instead. put the Pool Party away before I accidentally dip into it again. So we'll ink this up with some soft seafoam, and then I'm just going to stamp it in different areas around kind of my leaves that I have already here. So there we go. Just adding some extra leaves in the background. And then I am gonna, this one I do want to use my Pool Party. I'm gonna pull out the Pool Party, and I'm going to use the stamp that says, "Today is a day to remember." I ink this up with Pool Party, and I'm gonna actually stamp it off. And I'm gonna stamp it over top. Let's see how straight I can get it. Not very. Already not getting it straight tonight. And I'm just gonna stamp this kind of all the way down my card, stamping off every time. And I'm kind of moving, you know, from side to side, just to give it a little bit of interest back here. All right, so there we go. Just kind of made an easy background back there. All right, now I have this piece of the brushed silver, and I'm going to put this on top of here, but not quite yet. First, I'm going to, because I know that I have this big area back here, and I have some other pieces I need to cut out of that. So I'm going to grab and see what I can cut out of those big extra areas so that I don't use as much of my good fresh sheets. All right, so we can get that up there, and we can get this down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off for just a second. I'm going to lay these back on here. We're going to check it before we do it. So I'm going to lay those on there, and then I'm just going to lay this Pool Party back on top and go, yep, that looks good. I don't see any of those dies poking out. All right, and then we'll just put my other cutting plate on there, and I'm just going to cut these out again. How's everybody doing? What do you think so far? Are you intrigued? Like I said, there's a lot of steps, and trying to figure out what order to do them in was a little bit of a challenge today. So now I'm going to carefully remove these. Now, I kind of want to keep the centers in here. But honestly, I have not really, except for using some press and seal or something maybe, I've not come up with a really good way to keep the centers in there. Sometimes they stay and sometimes they don't, but that was pretty good. So I got some of those centers in there. Exciting. We'll take off the extra little bits. All right, now I actually want to come in here, and that's what I threw on the floor earlier. Let me pick it up. I have some of the adhesive sheets. Now the adhesive sheets come in big 10 by 7 or something. I'm not sure what size they are. They're 5 inches by 12 inches maybe. They're big. So I have some of the adhesive sheets, and I am going to put these on the back here. And this one I'm actually going to cut down even a little bit more. And you're right, Cheryl, the adhesive sheets might, the problem with, actually, I'm going to say, no, I don't think the adhesive sheets will work, because in my experience, what I have found is that when you use the adhesive sheets, it actually makes it stick more. That's not the right answer. It doesn't make it stick more. It makes it that the pieces come out more easily, if that makes sense. So I would say probably not the adhesive sheets. All right, so now, but I am putting the adhesive sheets on the back of this, because we're going to cut some more out of here. Now this one, I gotta figure out, I gotta try to start it, which is hard because it doesn't have the creasy bits in it. All right. There we go. And if these overlap a little bit, that's okay. All right. So there, I have now put adhesive sheets on the back there. All right. So I'm going to pull this back in. Actually, nope. We're going to do something else first. I'm going to pull in my pool party again. I tell you, there's lots of steps. Even though I did this a couple times today because I kept messing up, I'm still forgetting what order I got to do everything in. All right. So now I'm going to put a little bit of multi-purpose glue on this pool party piece. And this is going to get glued now to my piece of silver, the brushed silver here. I'm just going to try to get that nice and centered. All right. Smoosh it down. Hopefully I don't get any glue sticking out. Now I'm going to pull back in my cutting plate and we're going to cut these leaves out again. So I'm going to put these right back in to those spots where I cut them before. Kind of make sure they're in those holes. They're going to kind of dig in there a little bit because they just fit. I'm going to put the other cutting plate back on and then cut this again. And I'm going to run this through at least twice just because it's getting really thick and I found that it needs a little bit extra. All right. Whew. Let's see what we're doing. All right, let's pull off my dies. And they just stuck right in there. When it jumped a little bit, but that's okay. I probably should have used some washi tape on it. All right, so this is now gonna, and actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and just pull off the back. So let's get this out of the way. I have those adhesive sheets on the back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull off the adhesive sheets. If they wanna come off, which they don't. And this gets very sticky. It's sticky back here. All right. See how that they stick to those stick to the adhesive sheets. So they really like to pop out when you use the adhesive sheets. That's been my experience. Although apparently sometimes not. It kind of depends. All right. So this is coming out. There we go. And I'm going to peel this off. There's just everything all at once. All right, come on. Try not to break this because I don't want to have to do it again. I think I'd have to start all over. All right. These I do not want to save, so we're just going to send these away. And they are sticky, 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 sticky. This is being particularly cumbersome this evening. It was not as bad earlier. All right. So there is one. There's our first one. I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. And then we're going to get this other one too. Come here, you. All right, so we pulled that one out as well. Now I'm bringing in that free, hi Darlene, bringing in that free card, right? I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive in the spots that don't have the adhesive sheet on them. And then this is going to get adhered to my card front. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to pull back in the bits that I took out. And there's still, I think there's still, no, I guess not. All right. This one just was really persnickety tonight. I think it just didn't cut very well or something. I don't know. Well, you know what? We're just going to leave that piece in there. That's okay. All right. So then this is going to go back in those holes. All right. Like that. And we're going to pull this one in too. Make sure I got all the paper off of this. It's hard to see. Take out those little bits. All right. And then this is going to slide back into here too. Isn't that fun? And then you can see through and you get that pattern from underneath. So really kind of cool. Now I have this other little leaf. Yeah, this is really bugging me. I don't like that it's there. I wonder if I can get it out still. Let's see. There we go. I didn't want that one. There we go. All right. So you can see that beautiful pattern underneath, which I think is really fun. So you get the pattern on the sides, you get the pattern underneath. We're going to come in with this little one. Now, because I want to keep those centers, I am going to put glue on the centers. And that'll help hold them on the card. Because this one, remember, we didn't put the adhesive sheet on it. We're just putting some multi-purpose glue on it. Come here. It's really hard with the multi-purpose glue. Try not to get too much, but getting it to come out just enough. Which is why I like the adhesive sheets, but I wanted those little bits. I wanted the little bits. All right. And this is just going to lay in there. So now we have a nice kind of collage-y background coming together. Now, somewhere in this chaos on my desk, I have a piece of soft seafoam. Yes, this is it. All right, I have a piece of soft seafoam, and I'm going to grab this stamp right here, which is another leaf, and some Memento ink. I'm going to ink this up with Memento. And stamp it on the soft seafoam. Ooh. You know what? That's not quite as dark as I'd like. I'm going to just stamp it again. That's easy enough to redo. So just ink this up again. And then, oh, look at that. I got ink over there. Well, we'll do it over here. That's a little bit better. So there is my other leaf. I'm going to pull out my Pool Party blends, and I'm using the light one to color just a little bit on these leaves. A little bit here. And I love the way the Pool Party looks colored on the soft seafoam. What do you guys think? And as it dries, it kind of even gets lighter. It's kind of amazing. I don't know. I think it's amazing. All right. I'm going to grab the dark. Oh, you like that, Kimberly? I'm so glad. All right, I'm going to grab the dark. I'm going to use the bullet tip this time. Normally, I always use the brush tip, but there are some really tiny areas here. So I'm going to use the bullet tip, and I'm coloring dark in kind of all the underneath spots on these leaves. Adding in just a little extra. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to go back around and just do kind of the bottoms just to add a little bit more shading. All right. So there is my leaf. That doesn't look very pretty. Here, I'm telling you, my colors are really washed out tonight. Isn't that pretty though? It's hard to see that coloring, but you can see it better in real life. All right, so now I'm going to grab my dies again. Where'd they go? And we're going to use the die that will cut out this. So there are these open dies that cut out the stamped leaves as well, the stamped plants. So we'll line that up. And I'm going to put a piece of washi on this. I'm going to learn my lesson and put a piece of washi on this. I have one already ready to go. We'll pop it there. Because you guys, I use my washi. So I use some washi tape on this. And then when I get done, I peel it off and I stick it to my table. And I just keep using it until it doesn't stick anymore. All right. And even though I put washi on that, it started to move. It started to move on me. Can you believe that? All right. I almost caught it. Hopefully we can salvage this because it moved a bunch. All right, you stay put. Let's try this again. Let's see what we get. So yeah, so I just keep using the same piece of washi over and over again until it doesn't stick anymore. Then I throw it out. So sometimes I have, 4 or 5 pieces of washi over here just from having done different things. All right. Here is my plant. So there's that plant. And this we're going to put on the front as well. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and fold this card now. Usually I fold the card first, but last night, if you watched me last night and you saw the card last night, I realized after we got all done, I put the front on wrong. So it opened on the left side instead of the right side. I was like, well, maybe I won't fold it first. Then I'll make sure I don't do that. All right. I'm going to find my mini dimensionals here. And we're going to put some mini dimensionals on. I've almost used up this whole sheet of minis, which is amazing because, I don't know, minis last forever. There's so many of them. But I like to put a lot on here just to make sure it's good and stabilized. Got it in all the different areas. All right. And then we'll just pop all those little backs off. Try not to destroy my die cut because it's a little bit delicate. And this is going to go right in here, right? So I'm just kind of covering up the stem a little bit right there. Now we're going to add a pot. Good morning from Australia. Welcome. That's exciting. All right. I'm going to put some big old dimensionals on my little pot. This is the pot. Remember, I cut this out of that silver before I did anything else to it. So we'll pull this in. And this, I'm just going to slide this right up underneath my plant a little bit. Let's see. We're going to get it in a spot that looks normal. There we go. So there's that. Let's put a sentiment on here. We're almost done. We're almost done. Find me some white cardstock. All right. Well, this has some Christmas on it. It'll work. Well, no. You know what? I'm seeing through it a little bit. Here's a piece of white. All right. And then my little stamp that says, let's celebrate. And I'm going to grab some pool party ink and stamp this, let's celebrate. Y'all, I don't like doing a little sentiment on this giant piece of white. Oh, here we go. Here's a better piece of white. All right, this makes me feel better. Actually, here's another one. That'll work. Got to be conservative with my cardstock a little bit sometimes. All right. So I'm just going to ink up the Let's Celebrate with Pool Party ink. And I'm going to cut this out with my scissors. So Susan, how is it in Australia? The whole other side of the world thing just fascinates me. Although here in Michigan, we have gone from like, I don't know, yesterday it was 88 degrees or something, and today it's 70. I'm not complaining though. I much prefer the 70. And hopefully tonight my phone doesn't overheat because it's not as hot. All right, so I'm just cutting around this very easily. Now when I cut, I generally move the paper instead of the scissors. And I'm gonna just cut straight around the lets. And then come in and cut, do some fun cuts around the Sale-A-Brate on the bottom. So there we go. I'm going to cut this just a little bit more. Oh, I got too close. It wasn't straight, and then I got too close, but that's okay. We're going to add this in up here. So where are those minis again? Grab my minis. And let's add those into the back of this and add a little bit of adhesive on that let's, because that's going to go on part of the plant that's already popped up. And we'll grab those backs. And this, it's sticking to my finger. You're getting thunderstorms in Virginia. Wow. We have not been having tons of rain lately. So I'm just going to slide this in up here. And then where are my embellishments? I have them here someplace. It's chaos on my desk. All right, I'm going to use these new Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems. These are going to be in the new mini catalog as well, and they're so pretty. And there's pool party ones, which is perfect. Perfect. They're not in the suite with the stamp set, the Splendid Day suite, but they match really well. So I've been using them a lot. These stamps. All right, we'll add one up there, and then I'm going to come in down here, and I think I'm going to stick one like here. There we go. And there is, oh, that sounds lovely actually right now. 45 degrees, 7 degrees Celsius. That'd be fantastic. All right, so there is our finished card with those note cards and envelopes. Isn't that fun? I love this inlay technique. I just think it's so neat. So there's tonight's card. I am going to be here again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern again. And tomorrow, I think I am going to use the tree lot dies. I have not used them at all yet. So hopefully I find the time tomorrow afternoon to whip up a card with them. And I'm going to be sharing that with you guys tomorrow night. Thank you, Cheryl. So I hope that you will come back and see me as we get ready to celebrate this week. And it's hot in Northwest Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. All right. So I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a fabulous evening. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.